right, set your intention. We've got a reading here. Place your hands on your heart or just ask any darn questions you have. We've got a lot. Let's see what order they want to be. Okay, Raven. You're welcome to look up Raven on Google, Raven animal meaning or spirit animal meaning, whatever. But in this card, it means magic. So tapping into our divine nature, realizing that we are just energy bodies and everything that's happening around us is magic. We are conditioned to believe that this world, this experience that we're having is supposed to be a certain way. And so we get locked into these routines and rules and whatever that don't make room for what life is actually supposed to be, which is literal magic miracles happening every second, all the time. Listening to our intuition is what guides us through the experience of a magical life. It leads you to things that feel good in your body, that are surprising and that light you up, because that's what life is. All of these things that are crazy and like negative and like things that are like bursting out are things that have been suppressed. It's just a buildup of energy that is literally exploding out in a way that causes negative feelings. And if you were to have experienced it as it happened and listened to your intuition and just, like let the energy flow naturally, negative things wouldn't be necessary. Obviously, everything's happening for a reason. The buildups are happening for a reason, and we're on the right track. But moving forward, it's like, hey, this is supposed to be amazing, fun, magical, playful. Take a second to relax and tune into your body. Bridget, Hearth. I never know what this card means. But intuitively, we're sitting in front of a fire. We're literally, it kind of is giving the energy that we just brought up, where it's like you need to relax. Go sit by the fire and experience the warmth and the beauty and the presence of the moment right now for what it is. And allowing yourself to really let go, like literally relax your muscles, take a breath, release. I was just watching this podcast today that mentioned how, like, obviously a lot of us understand that suffering comes from attachment. So what is detachment? Well, this podcast described it as literally having a softness or a release, a calmness around a subject that you are attaching to. So attachment is contracting, it's holding on to, it's, conforming, it's anything that feels literally restrictive in your body and restrictive in your life. Anything that is the feeling of detachment, it's going to be releasing, relaxing, letting go. And what this could actually look like in your life is I'm trying to think of something relatable, like having expectations for your family member. Say, like, for instance, you keep getting annoyed because they're not doing the dishes and you live with your family. Detachment would be accepting the fact that the dishes don't have to be done. What can you do that's going to feel good so you're not thinking about whatever dishes need to be done or whatever other characteristics your family members are going through on their own? That's where that intuition comes in. Is like, what can I do right now to make me feel good in this moment? If it's walk away and go watch a TV show, if it's go on a walk outside, if it's go read your favorite book, if it's do that thing that you've been procrastinating all day and this is just another distraction from this thing you've been procrastinating, then do that. That's where the intuition comes in. You're focusing on the wrong things. So let go of what it doesn't feel good to hold on to and pay attention to, and focus on what does. It's literally that easy. You don't even have to declare that you're doing it. It's just like, Walk away. People feel like they need to describe themselves all the time and like justify their actions and say I'm sorry and all this stuff. But if you literally, it is okay to be mute and walk away from a situation. That's something that's been so weird for me to start practicing the past year or so. My last relationship, he taught me that it's okay to do that. You literally don't have to describe yourself to anybody for any reason. This is your life, you're experiencing it, and the people that are meant to stay in your life will be okay with the way that you are naturally. Even if you're just like ghosting when things are not feeling in alignment, because you don't deserve to feel out of alignment. And we're not meant to come here and experience that. Intention, threshold. Intention is what we've just been talking about. It's a different flavor. I just got like a little, it was like, oh, not quite. So you're at the threshold of experiencing that breakthrough of this new energy coming in. So new energy coming in, you're at the threshold. Threshold means it's the changing point from one stage to another stage, or one experience to another experience. And so it's important to set an intention for this next phase, because just like how people set New Year's goals, it's like an intention for the next experience of time. This is like that, but it doesn't have to be for a full year. It's like set the intention for this moment. For this moment. That's all we ever have. That's all we ever have is right here, right now. So set the intention for the next moment. If your intention is to feel good and watching this video does not feel good for you, then click off of it. Please go click off and do something that feels good and enlivening, and it makes your heart feel full, or it just makes you feel content. Like even like one slight level of happiness more than you feel right now, go do it. Set an intention to put yourself first. Oh, I feel so good. Joy. If you do this, then you will experience joy. And it literally is immediate. Like, people experience, or they're always chasing like the instant gratification with like junk food and scrolling and all that stuff. But if you have never tried doing something that brings you peace right now, even if it affects the people around you, without explaining yourself, it is so freeing and gratifying. Like, literally just like, don't be this extreme, but like quitting a job that's not for you. I mean, do be this extreme, but really feel about it. Feel and make sure that's right for you. Like quitting a job that doesn't feel right for you in a loving way, and being thoughtful about it and describing why you're doing it and setting yourself up for success in the process. Oh my gosh, so freeing. Or just looking at someone who's been disrespectful to you, not saying anything, just looking at them. They realize that they're an asshole. You realize that they're an asshole, and just walk away. Just go be somewhere else where your time and space and personality and soul are respected. And then it's like addictive. Like, it truly is addictive. Like, once you start, especially to say no, it's like it comes out and then it just keeps flowing out. You just want to say no to everything, even if it feels good, because it feels so good to set your boundary and to stand your ground and to speak your truth. Because fucking shit's wild out here. We need to. Healing. We're healing these parts of ourselves. Literally in this exact moment, you can tune into your body. Where do you feel a contraction? Where do you feel some weird sensation? That's the part of your body that is healing. That's the part of your soul that is healing. We have these energy centers in our body where energy comes in and flows out, like they're the little black holes of our human existence. But like, we're the end of the black hole where it comes out, basically. Anyways, that is the piece of your body that it was, something was happening and you contracted this part of your body for so long, and therefore energy got stuck there. It wasn't able to flow so naturally, and right now you're feeling movement because it's becoming unstuck. This is literally energetic healing. We are energy bodies in a human body. Technically, the human body's in the energy body, because the energy body is bigger. It like takes up more physical space than the human body. It's a gradient of energy, so it becomes less and less and less dense as the energy body goes out. Like, we are the nucleus for the cell, basically. Our body's the nucleus, and our cell membrane is like however big outside of us, and the energy body takes up everything within the cell within the walls of the cell membrane. Anyway, so we're healing these pieces of ourselves by saying no, by finding joy, by setting boundaries, by speaking our truth, by being authentic, by just taking up space. Like, just say fucking whatever you want to say, do whatever you want to do, be whoever you want to be, regardless. You think that you're gonna negatively impact whoever, whatever, why ever, but in reality, everything that you do is positively impacting the world. Or you could just be neutral about it. Everything that you do is impacting the world. Everything that is happening for the greatest good. So therefore, everything that you are doing is for the greatest good. Obviously, that's where that intention card comes in, and where the healing card comes in, because we're releasing negative energy, or we're releasing energy, period. And once it gets stuck, it festers and it turns into negativity. So that's where the weird sensation comes from, and like bad traits come from. Anyway, and the intention card comes in because you want to be loving, you want to live from your heart and be open and spread love and light and be a positive impact on the world, obviously. So we set that intention, and then you act in authenticity with the trust that it's going to just continuously align with that intention. And of course, we're healing. We're meant to trigger pieces of people, and people are meant to trigger pieces of us to be released for good. And yeah, and so everything is happening perfectly all the time. So it's not always going to be rainbows and butterflies, but in the grand scheme of things, it is for the rainbows and butterflies that you're releasing this. And it's, yeah, we're not going to go into the past. Okay, rainbow is literally the next card. Rainbows and butterflies. Forgiveness. Allowing yourself the space, period. Allowing yourself the space. Sit in silence, and the things that naturally come up are going to be hard to look at. But just being able to look at them is job done, check. Forgiveness is a process that happens over time. It happens over continuous sitting with the thing. So sit with it, feel with it, feel the anger, feel the sadness, feel the joy, feel all the feelings that come up. And then forgiveness is a byproduct of that. Just sit with it. Allowing yourself to move through the emotions. And you can literally like physically move through the emotions, because God, I know that it's not comfortable. Whoa. And more cards fall out. I know that it's not comfortable to sit still when you're processing these things. And of course, it's literal energy moving through your body like you're a snake, like it's a snake. So when energy is releasing, of course you want to move. You want to move. Just like when you eat food and your body's processing it and turning it into energy, you want to move. Energy coming through. It doesn't have to be processed. And when it's coming through, it creates movement. So anyway, there's so many more cards left, and it's already been 15 minutes. What the heck? This is going to be a long one, but it's going to be for you. It's going to be for you. So, connection, finding connection with people that truly accept you as you are all the time, no matter how fucking weird, no matter if you have emotional blow-ups, no matter if these dark pieces come out, they stay with you. The people that are meant to be in your life are going to stay in your life regardless. So just be. You might as well just be yourself and weed out any unnecessary connections in your life, because what's the fucking point? Literally, what is the point of having someone in your life that doesn't love you? It doesn't make any sense. It's not a waste of time. It's a lesson, but it's time to let that lesson be learned. You know what I'm saying? Be present, be aware, set the intention, sit in the stillness. These are all things we've talked about. Muse. Which one is inspiration? This is like, be an inspiration for people by being yourself, like you're a muse, but also only allow people that inspire you into your life, that make you, like, that you genuinely admire. People, they're like, it says like, you basically become the people that you surround yourself with, or the people that you surround yourself with define who you are, yada yada. So that's facts. That's literally real. Unconditional love. Exactly. This is what we're talking about. Having relationships with people that accept you for who you truly are, and who you accept for, and that you accept for who they truly are. This is the vibe from here on out. Like, we are not fucking around. We're not fucking around with any surface level. Like, we just don't need it. We're getting into our tribe phase. We want our tribe. That's it. Period. Point blank. Source, ocean. This is connect to God. Connect to your inner God. That's going to naturally happen as you sit in the silence and you start to process all the shit that happens. And then once you process something, you reach that peaceful state where you feel like expanded, but you also feel tiny at the same time. And you don't really feel your body that much, but you kind of feel like a marshmallow. And you feel like just peaceful, and you feel happy, and you feel like expansive, you feel like buzzy. All of these things are different ways that people have described reaching the transcendental state of consciousness, which is literally God. That's when you reach the unified field. That's the field which all of us are connected. It's kind of like, it's giving like the Upside Down and the, I forget what the show's called. I don't know why it's like so popular right now, but it's like the thing that's residing it always exists all the time. It's not like all gross and yucky like the Upside Down, but it's like a basis level of existence all the time that we all share. We can all reach this state, and this state is from where everything comes. Did I say that correctly? It's where everything comes from. Everything comes from this base level. It's like when you have boiling water, the bubbles come from the very bottom of the pot. The bubbles represent everything that exists ever in life. We experience Earth and humanly 3D clothes and cars and houses and trees and mud. We experience all these things. All of these things do come from the unified field of consciousness, or if you dive into the superstring theory, everything comes from that. Like, the superstring is the smallest unit of life. Everything is made of this tiny thing. We're all just the same, of lots and millions of tiny little superstrings vibrating, atoms basically vibrating. We're gonna move on because I could go down that tangent forever. Celebration, celebrate. This is, yeah, just keep it on the vibe. This is like all of this stuff that we've just talked about will bring us to this state of happiness, of fulfillment. And it's right now. It literally is right now. We can come to this state right now. We're setting our boundaries. We make a decision right now, even if it literally obliterates the entire life that we know. Making a decision, it's meant to be made because we're meant to be happy. We're not meant to suffer. We're not meant to yada, 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 yada. We're meant to sit here, be happy, doing nothing or doing whatever we feel like, you know? Like, there's no pressure to do something if you don't feel like it. But if you do feel like it, that's freaking wonderful. Snake, life force. This is like what I was talking about when like energy moves up your body like a snake, because they call it like kundalini energy. Basically, it's all the same exact thing. Like a spiritual community really likes to label things and make it confusing, but it's all just energy moving through your body, and it moves, and you move when it moves. When you're healing things, like you want to move your body, and it's God. Life force is God. Everything is God. Energy, atoms are God. Energy is God. We are God. Everything. Crone, wisdom. This is giving like you have a mentor coming. There's somebody that has like information for you. Maybe it is this video is just reflecting the wisdom back that you already have within you innately. Yeah. So be willing to receive too. Like, I understand. I am the same way, where it's like if anybody says something, then it's like, and it's not my idea, then it's like sometimes you don't receive it because it wasn't from you, and therefore you're like, I don't trust the source, whatever. But this is, everything around you is from you. Everything around you is from you. Everything that's happening around you is a reflection of your internal state. So connect the dots, you know what I mean? You know. Weaving, this is the card that depicts how we create our life. We speak and we think, and it comes to fruition. And that's not just a woo-woo manifestation shit. This is like, I have a desire in my head. I want to achieve the desire. How do I achieve the desire? And then we make a plan, and then we fucking do it, and or not, and we get redirected and try something else. But that's just literally how things happen. You think about it first. You can't really do something if you didn't think about it beforehand, unless it's like random, sporadic, right in front of your head, right in front of your face. Don't know why I said head. Okay, anyway. Transformation. Obviously, transformation is like part of this whole process. Untamed. This is like brutal authenticity. This is like you being absolutely you all the fucking time. No worries ever. Just you being you. Listening to your intuition. Following, guiding that internal voice that's always happening inside of you. Always, every single moment. Every single moment. Every single moment. Listen. Do you hear it? What is it telling you to do? Right now. What is it telling you to do? It could be like exactly what to do right now, or like in the bigger scheme of things, like what to do about a situation. Just sit with it until you have an idea, until it comes to you, and then do it. And then if it turned out shitty, then you learn how to listen to the dialect of your intuition. Gentleness. Be calm, be chill, let yourself have space to do nothing, to go slow, to be peaceful, and then bringing that energy out into the world of slowness. Especially in America, like everything is so quick. Everybody's craving instant gratification. And we all have autonomy to slow it down. We are the ones that are controlling the pace as a collective. What is a collective made of? Individual human beings that have autonomy to be slow. Even if you take up space, even if you're slowing other people down, which is the idea, it's okay if you slow other people down. Being able to hold the space. I cannot go any quicker than this, any faster than this. This is the pace I'm gonna do my work. This is the pace I'm gonna drive. This is the pace I'm gonna eat. This is the pace I'm gonna do my hobby. And you just keep going at that pace. And people are going to be irritated when you are slowing down their day. But it's only at first. Like, once you look at them and like lovingly are just peaceful, people melt. People literally melt and become the pace that you are. And they absorb that love and that God consciousness just like oozing from you, because you refuse to do things that don't feel good. Like, we are here to experience the moment. How am I going to experience the moment if you're trying to push me to go like 95 on the interstate? Like that could be a vibe, but I'd rather just like cruise down some state roads and listen to my music at my own pace. You can go right around. You can go right around and keep on speeding down your life, but I choose, with my autonomy, with my free will, to go slowly. And if you don't like it, that's not my fucking problem. That's not my problem. And I hope that this light shines onto you, and so you can feel more calm in your body. You don't feel like you have to rush everywhere all the time. Grounding, exactly. Calming and grounding are basically hand in hand. Like, once you slow down, you start to be able to hear what your body needs, which is really like the definition of grounding, is getting into your body. Your body is made of everything that Earth is made of. We're all the same. Like, it's all just the same material in different forms. So getting into our body is going to be easier once we slow down and we start listening to it, and we listen to our intuition, and this voice gets louder and louder and louder inside of us. And it gets to a point where you can only really hear the voice of your intuition always telling you the right way to go. And it all starts by you choosing to finally slow down and listen and act on it. Or not to act, like to honor the action of not doing anything. Even if there's consequences. The things my sister's going through it, and she was like worried about being able to keep up with everything basically, and it reminded me that everything that is meant to fall away is going to fall away regardless. You're going 2,000 miles an hour to keep everything afloat for it to inevitably end anyway, for it to fall away anyways, because it's not sustainable at that pace. So why not just choose right now, let everything fall, die, fall away. You feel like you're dying because all these things are just, might as well just get it out of the way. Obviously, like, listen to yourself, your internal guide. It's easier to do small changes. I'm just like extreme, and I like to just like let things build up until it's time for everything to just fall away and I just die and become a new person. But if one thing doesn't feel good, just let that thing go. Let it go. And letting go really just means to put your attention on what you want. If that's resting, if that's literally sleeping in bed for a whole week, turning your phone off, letting your nervous system regulate, reading your book, cuddling with your animals and your partner and your family, whatever falls, Whatever is not able to be maintained is meant to fall away. I'm sorry to tell you that. Detachment is difficult, but attachment is simple. It's easy to attach to things. And you've chosen to attach to things, some things, that don't feel good. And so when those things fall away, we reattach to something that does feel good. Even if it's you just jumping from one cycle to the next, which is annoyingly okay. And I understand. I'm with you there. I'm literally on the same path as you. It's, yeah, lost it. We're moving on to the next card. Beauty. Finding things that genuinely bring beauty to your life. This is art. This is like, you could think about it like the human physical way, like makeup, hair, clothing, style, but also energetic beauty. Taking care of yourself and filling your cup literally shines from the outside. Like, I don't know if you've ever experienced this. It's like shallow, but someone who is not physically attractive, but their personality is so good, it, like, they could have awesome connections with anybody because they're just so beautiful, and it shines out, and it like genuinely it changes my perspective on how they look a lot of the time. So that's crazy. Just like fill your cup, fill your life with beauty. Your internal beauty will shine outward and make you just glow, and all the awesome things. Freedom. All this stuff is basically how you obtain freedom. Everything that we've talked about is freedom. That's it. Like, right now, make a choice, autonomy, you have free will, no matter what it is. Like, no matter, I promise you, you are going to be okay if everything that you know falls through. And most of it probably should. Sorry to tell you. Mastery. Wolf. This is like, it's like lone wolf, like solitude, like giving, like go internal, but it's also, mastery is created from repetition of doing something. So becoming a master at listening to your intuition and making choices and practicing your free will and autonomy comes from a lot of fucking up on it. Like, a lot of resistance to even start it, and then a lot of like rocky experiences of practicing and learning through trial and error on how to hear your intuition and how to make the decisions that feel good. And it gets easier and easier and easier and easier. And then the wolf comes into play, like a lone wolf comes into play, because it is that autonomy. Like, you do have to figure out how to feel your own energy and stand your own ground regardless of where you are, because your boundaries, your energy is the energetic signature that you're tapping into. It's the voices that you're hearing come up, and so you like distinguish, you like keeping yourself separate from the environment around you. Maintaining your boundaries allows you to hear your own voice more clearly, regardless of the circumstances. And of course, it's going to be way easier to hear your voice while you're alone without anybody around. And that's how you start. That's where you begin. And then as you get better and better and better, you start to hear your own voice around your family. And then you start to understand boundaries and hear your voice when you're at your workplace and in groups of people and in large groups of people. Yeah. So it gets better and better and better with practice. In a sense, this is like purity. This is like childlike play. This is like also, because she's so free, and it's also red, like the freedom card with the horse. which also represents like the root chakra grounding. So that's just like, who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? Like, think about how children are. Like, children playing on the playground. They don't give a fuck about what anybody else thinks unless they've been, like, conditioned out of the womb, unfortunately. But, yeah, kids don't give a fuck about what anybody thinks about them. Like, they're just being silly and free, and they're running around, and they're free in their bodies, and they move in weird ways, but ways that feel good to them, that haven't been conditioned out of them yet. That's how we should be all the fucking time. Like, who cares? We're all just big kids anyway. We act how we want to, like, in solitude. Why not just bring that joy to the rest of the world? You know what I mean? Be courageous to bring that to the rest of the world. Obviously, it's not easy, but with time and practice and doing it by yourself first, and then building up to your small community, and then your large community, and then to everybody who fucking cares? Strangers, they don't care. You'll probably impact them in the best way ever. Like, inspire them to be their best selves too. Alright, 2 more cards. Wholeness. This is such a good card to end with. All of this stuff together makes you whole. Like, we're all searching for this thing. We're all, like, striving for that feeling of happiness and fulfillment and wholeness. But it is always right now. Right now. Right now, right now, right now, right now. And it's always about tapping in. What I mean by that is, hello, check in. What do I feel? How do I feel right now? And then what can I change if I need to change something in order to feel better? What feels the most exciting for me to do right now? If that is literally walk out of your job right now, then do it. Do it. If it's walk out of a relationship, if it's change the route that I'm driving and go somewhere completely different, do it. If it doesn't make any fucking sense, do it. The things that don't make sense are the things that are going to be the path to your highest timeline. Because everything that makes sense is either society telling you that that's what you're supposed to do, so it makes sense because you've understood and you've been taught that that's the way to do it, or it's your family's conditioning for what you're supposed to do, or it's outside perception of how life should be lived, so that's why it makes sense. If something doesn't make sense, then you've got a good chance at really changing the way that you're living your life. And if that's what you want, that might be the route to go. Last card, Traveler, and Faith. This is saying have absolute, unadulterated faith in the higher plan. Traveler could mean you yourself are going to be a traveler, like travel around the world, travel to wherever you want to live. But faith is especially, traveler is really just perceiving to the fact that when you have faith, you do experience a lot of movement. Just because, like, that is the natural state. That is the state of nature. We are meant to be in accordance with nature. Think about how often nature changes. All the time. There's little bugs and critters and birds and wolves and tigers and falling leaves and growing leaves and sprouting, plants and things falling from the sky, like rain, literally water falling from the sky, like so much shit happening all the time. So that's where the movement traveler comes from. But then faith, having absolute faith that the process that you're going through, by choosing the freedom, by choosing the autonomy, the peace, the rest, the whatever it is for you in every single moment, which is different all the time, choosing that leads you to where you want to be. So setting that intention, yes, I want to be here in however long. And then letting go on how that happens. It does not have to make sense. It probably shouldn't make sense. But yeah, that's that. Wow, 40 minutes. If you watched this whole thing, please let me know. Comment below. Comment a little cat emoji. And I hope that you genuinely receive, like just fully receive this information. Okay, love you. Bye.